The world is never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, doesn't it smell like altcoin season is in the air? Woo! I remember taking a lot of criticism back just a couple weeks ago when I turned extremely bullish. And now the bullish sentiment is returning to the crypto space. Bitcoin, 44K. Ethereum, $3,000. Cardano has risen out of the ashes. XRP, sitting strong at 84 to 85 cents. And plenty of other crypto tokens have been up in the deep double digits recently. 25 up to 82% up in a week. And this coin, ApeCoin, that just came out of the depths of hell has been exploding as well. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is not an endorsement of ApeCoin. I'm just letting you know an indication. Things that I use that let me know altcoin season has arrived. In addition, guys, this crypto token known as Crypterium was referred to in my Udemy course. And guys, it rose all the way up to $1.02 today from 26 cents. This is one of the things I look for when looking to see if we are in an altcoin season. I believe it was just listed on Coinbase. That's very important. Again, I don't recommend you guys enter now. I'm simply pointing out to all of you the various things I look for when making sure that altcoin season is here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, before I can continue, I have to say that in lecture 135 of my Udemy course, down in the description below, I'm posting the best crypto opportunity with the lowest entry point that exists in the market today. Ladies and gentlemen, lecture 134 has already been a big success for the community. Lecture 135, I think, will change lives. Please take a look at that as time is running out for that token. In addition, guys, as I continue, I have to recommend you guys subscribe to my Onlyfans down in the description below as well. Tomorrow for my Onlyfans community, I will be hosting a Q&A session at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And tonight, I'm posting 2 lectures in there as well. One, a monstrosity of a crypto opportunity that is higher risk, but it's because it offers higher reward. And I'll also be providing some charting for some of these tokens as well. But guys, regardless of which one you choose to enter, I would recommend you guys not miss this opportunity. That being said though, let's take you all to the stock market very quickly and look at the Dow Jones. The reason is because I'm going to continue to confirm to all of you that this altcoin season is upon us. Here, this first circle you guys see on the screen is when I told all of you to buy the damn invasion. Those of you that bought the invasion are up in the crypto space right now. I know I'm referring to the stock market, but at this moment in time, cryptos and stocks tend to move together. Then, the second circle here is actually a bull run that we're experiencing due to the rate hike bluff. Now let me explain this. In a couple videos, I described to all of you how after rate hikes take place, there's actually bullish momentum in markets. It happened the last time this happened in 2018, I believe. And I actually showed you a chart letting all of you know that Bitcoin rose the last time rate hikes were happening. This is important, my friends, and I'll tell you why. What I think this means is that the market does not believe Jerome Powell can continue to raise interest rates. I believe the stock market and the crypto space are calling Jerome Powell's bluff because Jerome Powell has been bluffing a lot. Here, we see that Fed Chair Jerome Powell hints at aggressive rate hikes after saying inflation is much too high, threatening 50 basis points. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this right now. One of two things are going to happen. Either Jerome Powell raises rates quickly, quicker than expected, quote unquote, and crashes markets quickly, or we're going to continue to have generational levels of inflation. Either way, it will be a great opportunity for us. But ladies and gentlemen, what I have to say right now is, based on the current state of the market, we have an opportunity before the next interest rate hike to make aggressive profits from our altcoins. Life-changing profits from our altcoins. Don't get it twisted. Remember last year in 2021, March into April, we had a similar bull run, crashed in May. Remember November into December, excellent bull run, crashed right after. Take your profits when they're there. The reason is because once you have those profits, you can use that to change your life, and you have standby capital to wait out other crashes and then reinvest at lower entry points. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition, this is the DXY showing that the US dollar, in my personal opinion, is about to retrace. I've shown you numerous graphs showing the US dollar is bearish, and there are extreme geopolitical tensions at play that confirm this bearish downturn. Guys, the state of the world is volatile. We've reached, in my opinion, the peak for the US dollar moving forward. And before I can get into anything else, let me show you why.
We've previously warned about the potential for Russia to conduct cyber attacks against the United States, including as a response to the unprecedented economic costs that the U.S. and allies and partners impose in response to Russia's further invasion of Ukraine. Today, we are reiterating those warnings, and we're doing so based on evolving threat intelligence that the Russian government is exploring options for potential cyber attacks on critical infrastructure in the United States.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, cyber attacks alone is bad enough. I remember being called a conspiracy theorist in 2020 when I told you guys cyber attacks were coming. Now, it's being stated by the United States government and the White House. That's the moment in history we're in. Before anything else, we have to understand, we predicted these cyber attacks and also predicted SWIFT is going to get a overhaul. Russia and Iran are working to develop an alternative to SWIFT. The Digital Pound Foundation stated weaponizing the payments network is likely to be useful only once. As soon as it will become a matter of urgent national security to develop means of trading without settling at the Fed or messaging via SWIFT. Ladies and gentlemen, this was what Ripple and XRP has always been intending to replace. The United States dollar has reached its peak. In my opinion, guys, it is going to implode. Linda Jones posts a thread as to why, based on the current actions Russia just took. Putin just sent the final blow to the US dollar and the euro, which in my opinion will now force the adoption of XRP as the global bridge currency. Putin announced he will only accept rubles for gas sales to unfriendly nations. And guys, that is a power move. He refuses to accept payment in compromised currencies, including euros and dollars, and he stressed that future changes in gas contracts with the unfriendly countries will only affect the currency of payment. It will be changed to the Russian ruble. Guys, currency wars are at play. The finance ministry and the central bank within a week should determine the procedure for the purchase of rubles on the domestic market by importers of Russian oil. The problem is rubles are hard to get, and the EU needs a lot because it uses a lot of gas. But exchanging other currencies for rubles will be quite difficult given the widespread financial sanctions imposed on Russia. 40% of the natural gas the EU needs to generate electricity, heat, and supply industries comes from Russia. A lot of rubles are needed, but that's an easy problem for XRP to solve. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to understand is XRP can be the neutral bridge asset that converts euros and dollars into rubles for this transaction. What's going to end up happening is that on the world stage, the US dollar is going to implode. The dominance of the United States is going to go down. We're going to regress to the mean, while China rises, and plenty of other countries rise as well. XRP will be the neutral bridge asset, my friends. And this will allow us to get through all of these problems. I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. But I am saying it's going to happen. Several central banks and the Bank for International Settlements have developed prototypes for a common digital currency platform. All of this is being discussed at the exact same time, and it's no coincidence. Boris Johnson from the UK stated there's evidence Russia is trying to get around sanctions using gold. Russia and China have plenty of gold. We know this, we understand this, and that's important. Gold-backed stablecoins, in my opinion, will be something launched by Russia to help get away from the US dollar-dominated system. Gold-backed stablecoins and the value of gold, tokenized gold, can also be transferred on the XRP ledger. Keep that in mind. Something interesting that happened in the background as well is that the US unexpectedly sanctioned China and Chinese officials after demanding they condemn Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, things are heating up to a financial climax of a moment. Cyber attacks, the rise of the ruble, oil, gas prices. All these sanctions may very well backfire. We have to wait and see what the result of this is. But one thing I can guarantee you it means is that the US dollar is imploding. And we're going to have a run in our favorite cryptos. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, Bull, how can you be so sure? Well, not only do we have confirmation coming from the stock market, not only do we have confirmation coming from the US dollar tanking and the correct geopolitical events to cause that tanking in the US dollar, but we also have the altcoin dominance chart. Ladies and gentlemen, Credible Crypto posts alts may perk up in a bit in the short term, which I do expect, my friends, and it's going to be explosive. But if and when Bitcoin hits that green zone, make way for Bitcoin. And that's correct. Then, after Bitcoin does whatever it's going to do, then we can expect an altcoin season. Right now, though, we're seeing prices really rise. And that's the most important part. Expect the unexpected. Random coins can go up 400% in a day like Crypterium did. And that's a good opportunity to secure some capital and maybe funnel some profits into XRP before it takes off. Ladies and gentlemen, more confirmation of this crypto bull run is that the world's largest hedge fund, Bridgewater, run by Ray Dalio, one of my favorite investors on the planet, is preparing to invest in its first crypto fund. In addition, BlackRock's Larry Fink says Russia-Ukraine crisis could accelerate the use of cryptocurrencies. These are the Goliaths. These are the individuals that own everything, specifically BlackRock. In addition, Digital Asset Investor posted this. These are the people that run our financial system. Most cryptocurrencies will crash to zero, stated by Goldman Sachs in 2018. And now today, Goldman Sachs has on their website digitalization from crypto, the metaverse, to exploring the megatrends that are reshaping economies. This is how they play the game. This is how they try to win. Do what they do, not what they say, and you'll make $1 million along the way. I just made that up, my friends. It's going to be a good one. Now, guys, a lot of you were probably wondering why the hell that in the title of my video post, the Ripple SEC case settlement date has been leaked. In my opinion, I believe this is the most likely time frame we could see something like this happen. Remember, take this with a grain of salt, as we're just trying our best. But here, posted by Jeremy Hogan, it states the SEC is requesting an extension, of course. But look at footnote number 2. Ripple themselves is suggesting that initial summary judgment be filed by May. It is stated right here in this document. The SEC is of course saying that's too soon, but the end game is in sight. Here, XRP Crypto Wolf asked, is there a high possibility of the SEC settling the lawsuit in April or May? Generally speaking, settlement is most likely after discovery is closed and before summary judgment briefs are filed. We are not quite finished with discovery yet, but almost done, and it looks like summary judgment briefs will be filed in May or June. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very possible that in the next couple months we could see an XRP Ripple settlement to this case, and if that happens, good Lord Almighty, we're going to the goddamn moon. No spacesuits needed. We're gonna breathe in outer space, my friends. It's gonna be a fireworks display, and the entire crypto space, the Bitcoin maxis, and others alike are going to try their best to catch the XRP wave. Guys, why am I so confident that we're going to win this case? It's because whenever the SEC presents evidence to the court, it looks something like this. The SEC literally blacks out all the information that they know will harm them. This is an entire page that's blacked out because they know it'll cause them to lose the case. That's how bad it is. It's incredible to see how dominant Ripple's been in this lawsuit. And it's going to be extremely impressive to see how dominant XRP is going to be when it's finally allowed to take its place in the crypto throne. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. One thing you all need to have on your radar as well is that President Joe Biden stated a new world order is coming. Out of the ashes of this crisis is coming a new system. XRP will be at the heart of it. But listen to him say it himself. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
We are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. As one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it.
24 hours a day, just like Bill Gates. I get 24 hours a day, just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You get 24 hours a day, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do with your 24 hours? You need to get more information in our coaching program. All we do is drop content nonstop. And people are like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. See, you don't even know what you don't know. How did you let me come from behind and clip you? Do you guys know the studies show the better we look, the more money we make? which means your website should pass the eyeball test. Your truck should pass the eyeball test. Your people should pass the eyeball test. You should pass the eyeball test. Everybody in this room has a promised land somewhere, but you can't be stuck on the city you like. You got to hear God and go to your promised land. Your promised land might be Utah. Your promised land might be Minnesota. Your promised land might be Wyoming. Hear me clearly. You better use your money to get information and access, and you better be flexible because a real shark is flexible. Can we stop fronting and get real about this thing? And if I can do it, you can do it. I knew nothing about life. I knew nothing about business, but I had the right mindset, and I learned it through sports. And y'all got to hear my story so you understand. I didn't even start on my college basketball team. I came off the bench. At the University of Minnesota, I came off the bench. But in my mind, you can bring me off the bench, but I'm an NBA ball player when you get through talking. When you get through, I'm an NBA ball player. And that's why I would walk around and say, you can't check me. You can't check me. You can't check me. If I was you, I would walk around every day and say, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I declare it right now. I'm worth millions. I'm worth millions. I will receive my salary right now, but I won't accept it as my value. So whatever you receive right now, receive it, but don't you accept it as your value. Because there's more out here for you if you change your mindset.